Dear students of class 11th, as you know, we have completed a lesson from your text Hornbill titled as Discovering Tut the Saga Continues. In today's today's lesson, we will discuss the questions and then answers of these questions. These questions are the questions of the text. Now, question number first, understanding the text, give reasons for the following. King Tut's body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny. King Tut's body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny. Answer is King Tut's body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny because of history. His treasure which he was buried with, and to know the reason behind his death. Question number second is how Carter's investigation was resented. How Carter's investigation was resented. Answer: Howard Carter's investigation was resented because of his unscientific method to cut off his body from the tomb. Howard Carter's investigation was resented because of his unscientific method to cut off his body from the tomb. He also focused more on Tut's wealth and less on to solve the mystery of Tut's life and death. Right? Howard Carter's investigation was resented because of his unscientific method to cut off his body from the tomb. He also focused more on Tut's wealth and less on to solve the mystery of Tut's life and death. Now another question is question number third. Carter had to chisel away the solidified resins to raise the king's remains. Answer is Carter had to chisel away the solidified resins to raise the king's remains because the body was cemented to the bottom of the solid gold coffin as the resin had hardened. As the resins had hardened, no force could move the body away, and keeping the body in the sun under 149 degrees Fahrenheit also did not help. Another question number fourth. Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures. Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures. Answer: Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures as the ancient Egyptian royals were extremely wealthy. They also believed that the royalty would take all the treasures with them in their afterlife. Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures as the ancient Egyptian royals were extremely wealthy. They also believed that the royalty would take all the treasures with them in their afterlife. Now another question is the boy king changed the name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. The boy changed his name from the Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. Answer is Tutankhamun means living image of Amun. Amun was a major god of ancient Egypt. Amenhotep III smashed and closed his temple. Late Tut restored his temple and beliefs back in his empire. That's why he changed his name from Tutankhaten to uh, Tutankhamun. That's why he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun to choose his belief in the god. Now another question is list the deeds that led Ray Johnson to describe Akhenaten as Vaki. List the leads that led Ray Johnson to describe Akhenaten as Vaki. Answer is, according to Ray Johnson, the Akhenaten was Vaki because of the following reasons. She was Vaki because of the following reasons. Number first is he smashed and closed Amun's images. Number second, he worshipped Atenson's disk. Number third is he moved the religious capital from the city of Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten called Amarna. Number fourth is he changed his name to Akhenaten. Question is, what were the results of the CT scan? What were the results? Important question. What were the results of the CT scan? Answer is, the results of the CT scan were astonishing, which was 1700 digital X-rays cross sectioning each other to make a three-dimensional image. A gray head appeared and his vertebrae were shown. The image of the hand, ribcage, and the skull were shown, which were so clear. Question is, what were the results of the CT scan? The results of the CT scan were astonishing, which were 1700 digital X-rays cross-sectioning each other to make a three-dimensional image. A gray head appeared and his vertebrae were shown. The image of the hand, rib cage, and skull were shown, which were so clear. Now the question third is, list the advances in technology that have improved forensic analysis. List the advances in technology that have improved forensic analysis. Answer, with the advancement in technology, it has been made possible for many scientific tests to be carried out in a more accurate way to determine the cause of crime. X-ray, CT scan, post-mortem biopsy, and uh, autopsy are now possible. Let me read the question number third again. List the advances in technology that have improved forensic analysis. Answer, with the advancement of technology, it has been made possible for many scientific tests to be carried out in a more accurate way to determine the cause of a crime. X-ray, CT scan, post-mortem biopsy, and auto, autopsy autopsy are now possible. Now the question is, explain the statement, the King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned. Explain the statement, the King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as well as in life. Explain the statement, the King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life. Answer is, Tut's family. Tut's mummy was the first one to be X-rayed in 1968 and later in 2005 the first to be scanned through computing tomography. CT scan revealed new three-dimensional images of his body which answered many questions. Let me repeat the question and then its answer. Explain the statement, King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life. Answer, Tut mummy was the first one to be X-rayed in 1968 and later in 2005 the first to be scanned through computing tomography. CT scan revealed new three-dimensional images of his body which answered many questions. Now talking about the text, discuss the following in groups of two pairs. Each pair is a group taking opposite points of view. Now first, scientific intervention is necessary to unearth buried mysteries. Answer: for to understand the mysteries and history of the past, it is necessary to unearth certain buried mysteries. It can help to get the answers to the questions and give us an idea about past lives and how they used to live. Examples: the scientific intervention of Indus civilization. Against it, against this statement, there is no doubt that scientific invention can be used, but it exploits the valuable assets of the buried. We can utilize the money involved in the investigation of the mummies to help develop the resources. Now the question is, advanced technology gives us conclusive evidence of past events. Now, for this, with the advanced technology, it helps us to know about the past and those who were involved, such as through CT scan, it was possible to get an idea about King Tut and his body. It helped solve mysteries about death. It provides data for forensic. It provides data for forensic reconstruction, and satellite images help final burial sites through different software. Date and time of an event occurred in the past can be calculated. It's for this. Let's. It is in favor of the statement that is for. With the advanced technology, it helps us to know about the past and those who were involved, such as through CT scan. It was possible to get an idea about King Tut and his body. It helped solve mysteries about death. It provides data for forensic reconstruction, and satellite images help find burial sites through different software. Date and time of an event occurred in the past can be calculated. Against it is, after CT scan result images of that, still no conclusion could be drawn. Instead of focusing and using the time and money on past events, the government should focus on the present and the future. Now the third is, that is, traditions, rituals, and funerary practices must be respected. In favor of this is, every religion has its own tradition, uh, rituals, and funerary practices which must be respected. It should not be disturbed as Qatar did with King Tut's tomb. Now against it is, there are many speculations made for ancient history, traditions, rituals, and funerary practices which should be cleared in order to know the truth. The people living in modern time should follow anything which can danger their lives or make the conflict between communities. The people living in modern times should follow anything which can danger their lives or make the conflict between the communities. Knowledge about the past is useful to complete our knowledge of the world we live in. Now, in favor of this is, knowledge about the past is useful to complete our knowledge of the world we live in. Now, in favor of this is, knowledge of the past events and important personalities help us understand where our roots are from. It helps us to know how our modern world was formed gradually from past experiences and lessons. We learn not to commit the same mistake, or we are gradually more alert. Knowing about the King Tut's life and getting answers to the questions helped us understand Pharaoh dynasty and the Egypt empire. Now the against this statement is, always digging the past does not help us. It always wastes the time and resources. No one can change the past, and we cannot change what already has happened. So we should focus on what present and future will bring for us. And we must work to make our tomorrow better. Ranting ranting about what happened yesterday cannot help us. Thank you very much.